Look back at the last 40 years of your life. How much of your precious energy was spent trying to fix other people's problems, forcing relationships to work, and worrying about a future you could not control? You have carried the weight of the world on your shoulders for so long that your nervous system has forgotten what peace actually feels like. You have compromised your boundaries, swallowed your anger, and sacrificed your own quiet moments just to keep the people around you comfortable. But society lies to you. They tell you that your later years are meant to be a continuation of that exhausting chase, that you must constantly prove your usefulness to your family or your friends to remain valuable. If you are truly ready to drop the heavy, agonizing luggage of your past and master the uncompromising biological and spiritual habits of true peace, I invite you to subscribe to this channel right now. Join our sanctuary of sovereign wisdom, where we replace the loud chaos of the modern world with the deep, magnetic stillness of the soul. Subscribe now and let us fundamentally change how you live the rest of your life. Let us begin by dismantling the greatest illusion about aging. Society conditions you to believe that aging well is about adding things to your life. They tell you that you need more hobbies, a wider social circle, or endless activities to avoid feeling empty. But the deep, ancient wisdom of Zen philosophy teaches us the exact opposite. True mastery of your later years is not about adding, it is about the ruthless, beautiful art of subtracting. It is the philosophy of carving a statue. You do not add clay to make the masterpiece, you chip away everything that is not the truth. For decades you have accumulated emotional garbage, toxic obligations, and the heavy expectations of others. To step into the sovereign power of your 60s, 70s, and beyond, you must stop acquiring and start discarding. You must cultivate specific, uncompromising habits that protect your energetic field and command your biology to heal. The first profound habit you must master is the creation of the morning vacuum. The way you wake up dictates your entire electromagnetic frequency for the day. For most of your life, you have woken up in a state of survival. The moment your eyes open, your brain immediately downloads your entire list of traumas, debts, and responsibilities. Your nervous system spikes into the chaotic beta brainwave state, and before your feet even touch the floor, you are already broadcasting the frequency of a desperate, exhausted prey. This must end tomorrow morning. When you wake up, before you check your phone, before you turn on the news, and before you speak to anyone in your house, you will command your biology to be still. You will lie on your back, place your hands on your stomach, and spend 10 minutes in absolute, uncompromising silence. You will breathe deeply, signaling to your vagus nerve that you are perfectly safe. You will not plan your day. You will not think about your adult children. You will simply feel the heavy, undeniable weight of your own body resting on the bed. You are declaring to the quantum field that you are no longer being hunted by time or obligation. This 10-minute vacuum creates a dense, impenetrable shield around your heart's magnetic field, ensuring that the chaos of the world cannot penetrate your peace. The second habit is the discipline of the observer's pause. This is perhaps the hardest habit to build because your ego is deeply addicted to being the savior. For decades, whenever your children, your spouse, or your friends came to you with a crisis, your immediate biological instinct was to fix it. You gave them money you could not afford to lose. You gave them advice they did not follow, and you absorbed their anxiety into your own body. You must understand that when you constantly fix other people's problems, you are robbing them of their own karmic lessons, and you are draining your own life force. From this day forward, when someone calls you in a panic, complaining about their life, you will not rush to the rescue. You will employ the observer's pause. You will listen quietly, and when they finish, you will simply say, "I trust that you are smart enough to figure this out." You do not offer unsolicited advice. You do not open your wallet. You hand their karma back to them. You become the calm, immovable mountain that watches the storm without letting the rain touch your skin. The third habit is the sovereign decline, or the absolute power of the unexplainable no. As you age, your time and your energy become your most precious, non-renewable resources. Yet, out of a deep-seated fear of being disliked, you continue to attend family gatherings that drain you, listen to friends who only gossip, and agree to favors that leave you exhausted. When you say no but follow it with a long, apologetic excuse, you are projecting the energetic frequency of doubt. You are unconsciously telling the universe that you need permission to protect your own boundaries. The habit of the sovereign decline requires you to stop using the word because. If someone invites you somewhere you do not want to go, you simply say, "I will not be able to make it." You place a firm, immovable period at the end of that sentence. You do not invent a doctor's appointment or a headache. You let the silence hang in the air. Let them deal with the discomfort of your boundary. Guard your calendar and your peace with the ruthlessness of a warrior protecting a sacred temple. The fourth habit is the profound amnesty of the past. If you look closely at your mind, you will realize how much of your daily energy is stolen by regret. You look back at your financial decisions, your past marriages, or the way you raised your children, and you torture yourself with the phrase, "I should have known better." This heavy, dense frequency of guilt is a biological poison. It keeps your nervous system trapped in a state of chronic stress and repels any possibility of abundance in the present moment. In Buddhist philosophy, to find true peace, you must grant total, unconditional amnesty to your past self. The version of you who made those mistakes was operating with the exact level of consciousness and pain that they had at that moment. They did the best they could with the tools they were given. The mistakes you made were not failures. They were the brutal, necessary tuition you had to pay to acquire the profound wisdom you hold today. Whenever a memory of regret tries to pull you into the dark, you must consciously interrupt it. You place your hand over your heart and silently say, "I forgive you. The debt is paid." You release the density of the past so that the vacuum of the present can be filled with light. The fifth and final habit is the absolute mastery of the open hand. Society teaches us that love and security are found in holding on tightly. We cling desperately to our relationships, terrified that if we do not force people to stay, we will die alone. But the uncompromising physics of the universe dictate that the tighter you squeeze, the faster things slip through your fingers. In Buddhism, this desperate clinging is called upadana, and it is the root of all human suffering. To live a peaceful life after 60, you must transition from the exhausting role of the warden to the effortless role of the magnet. If an adult child wants to distance themselves, you open the door for them. If an old friend pulls away, you let them go without an argument. You do not beg for love, and you do not chase respect. You become completely intolerant of one-sided relationships. By keeping your hands completely open, you create a massive magnetic field of non-attachment. Because nature abhors a vacuum, when you stop forcing toxic people to stay, the universe rushes in to fill that space with individuals who naturally match your frequency of peace. The right people will gravitate toward your quiet, stable sovereignty. You did not hunt them down. You simply stopped pushing them away with your fear. These 5 habits are not polite suggestions. They are the fundamental laws of biological and spiritual survival. Your later years are meant to be the quantum harvest of your life. The arrogant ambition and the desperate need for validation that defined your youth have completely burned away. You no longer need to prove your worth to anyone. Your lack of desire to engage in the foolish drama of the world is the exact prerequisite for ultimate mastery. I am giving you a rigorous 48-hour magnetic challenge. For the next 2 days, you will fiercely apply these habits. You will wake up in silence. You will not offer unsolicited advice. You will not justify your boundaries. You will forgive your past, and you will not chase anyone who wants to leave. You will simply be the silent, observing center of your own reality. Watch how quickly your nervous system heals and how the energy dynamics around you instantly shift when you stop trying to control the world. I want you to anchor this profound biological and spiritual commitment into the physical world right now. Do not just consume this message and fade back into the noise. Make the physical declaration. Go to the comment section below and type these exact words. I drop the weight. I claim my peace. When you type those words, you are sending a neurological signal through your body that the era of carrying everyone else's burden is officially over. You are laying claim to your sovereignty. You have survived the hardest parts of this life. It is time to let the rewards find you. Command your frequency, and above all else, be well.